How's everybody doing today? I'm just going to start because I feel like modeling things. Tell me if the audio is good because I didn't test it. I also can't really hear myself, so I'm going to went down a bit. Maybe I hear myself too much. Who knows? Okay, so in the last stream I was working on this building. Ignoring how fast my character moves, I'm just doing this for testing purposes. He would never actually move this fast, and he also would never be able to jump this much. You can see that I've gone quite a ways away since the last stream. I decided to model this some more on my own, and then now I'm streaming again. He also dashes way too far with this speed buff. Holy moly, can't even keep a track of him. It's turning more into like a mansion, a manor of sorts, than anything else, I suppose. What I need to do is actually make a window not look like crap. And then I can start placing those windows everywhere and color them. I started doing the coloring, hence the blue. But I'm just gonna jump right on in. So, first we need to get this open. Just show me where this all is. Alright. That's not it at all. I don't know what this is. City assets. Yeah, we can delete that file actually. Castle. Okay. So, it's starting to come along. When you tab in, you can actually see, hey, there's actually quite a bit of detail. But, yeah, so I need to fix this window first before I really do anything. So I'm going to take one of these, separate out by selection, tab in, cursor to selected, turn my display on for you guys, and then origin to 3D cursor. Okay. So we have a window here, and I'm thinking, recipe, so it actually fixed the rotation issues. That's weird how it shows that. Okay. So I'm not really sure how I want to make this look like there's stuff in them. I'm thinking, okay, I have an idea. We'll see if this works. So I'm going to take this piece. Okay. I'm going to hide the background for a second. I'm going to give this a loop cut. I'm going to press V to separate it. Okay. Now, I'm just going to imitate sort of what a curtain would look like. That's not what a curtain would look like at all. How do curtains hold up? They hold like that, eh? Okay, we just need a few more loops. That's not enough. Just not do that. Okay. We'll do a couple loops here. It's already kind of feeling like overkill. Let me just look at a curtain. Haunted house. They probably have some creepy curtains, eh? Okay, yeah, so they would do, I can't speak. They'd go like this. Pretty simple, right? I'm gonna do something like that. I don't know if I should make it two separate pieces or just actually give the UV transparency. We might do one of the two options. We shall see. Now I have a solution for this. I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna hide these for a second. I know I'm in Cmod. Now I'm gonna put O on. Or something like that. Right? Oh yeah, perfect. So I'll give us this nice, I'm doing a hand gesture, you guys can't see my hand gestures. Nice little swoosh. Uno secondo. Okay, sorry, I just sent a message, but I'm back. We won't do that again. Okay, yeah, so you can see we made a nice little swoosh. Now, if I were to actually, since this is centered, maybe not what I want, I'm going to grab these bottom four pieces, cursor to selected, and press period, front, shift D, size it down, whoops, gotta turn off the push editing, -1, and then we'll also do control N. Now I'm noticing that the blinds themselves are all at different rates. Now I was thinking I can make this really cool and do some shape keys, but then for rendering that'd be very taxing on someone's computer, so we're not going to do that. Is that so? So what's everybody else doing here? Because I see we got about 10 people watching. What have you guys been up to? Yeah, now I'm gonna need... I didn't think this whole fully through. Oh. Hide. This part itself, so I guess all of this should be more like that. Right? So then cursor to selected, shift D, size in the X, -1, control N, comma. Yeah, I'm getting a bunch of messages. Okay, so we got this simple thingamabob. Now I'm gonna actually make like a curtain texture really quickly. This might come out terribly. Who knows? I don't do texture painting. If somebody does, maybe they can texture paint these things for me. I could use a good texture painter. Anybody good at texture painting? Because I was gonna do this pixelated because I'm terrible at texture painting. I'm gonna actually separate this one up. Oh, wait, no, that's not what I want to do. Smart UV project. Nope, let's just unwrap it. Is that what I want? That is what I want. Okay, good. I'm gonna delete this other one once again. I'm gonna create a new texture here. I'm gonna call this curtain. We're gonna make this load an image. I have to make an image real quick. maybe 256 by 256? Sure. Hello Flex, how you doing? And hello Philip, how you doing? So let's just save this real quick. Save as, put it in here. We'll do this curtain. Okay. Load this up in here. Open. Textures. Curtain. Switch this to the curtain. We're gonna L on this. I'm gonna assign it. Alright. So it now has our texture. There's no real detail. I'm probably just gonna make it red for the time being, because I'm terrible at texture painting. I mean, if I had to like actually attempt this, I suppose I could just like draw some darker lines here. Whoop. Maybe this will look good. Who knows? Oh, you actually curve these in paint.net? That's so cool. Wait. Oh, it's almost like it's vector painting, but not. Okay, here, let's try that again then. So if I drew a line, just doing one of these, then I can, ooh, fancy. Cool. Let's do the same thing. I don't know what this is gonna look like. This might look completely terrible. We'll find out in a second, I guess. I'm just gonna do 3 lines like that. Reload! Oh god. That's terrible. Oh god. Reload! I guess it's kind of dumb, eh? Because this is the curtain, so it wouldn't really make sense what I just did with those lines. I'm just gonna leave it red. Alright. That's my curtain for now. I can paint it at some point. I'm not gonna worry about it because I just want to model. But, cool. So now we can do Shift D, size in the X, -1. Let's do it properly like we were doing earlier. Cursor to selected, period, L, Shift D, size in the X, -1, Control N. Okay, got ourselves a bit of a window going on here. Okay, now, I probably want to make these a little bit more fancy. These windows are kind of plain. So what if I quickly extruded this out? We inset some faces on this. Gave them some depth. And then we just, at last, and then we shift art those. Right? Looks a little bit kind of silly. Kind of very silly. I guess what this is now missing, I'll make a separate object, I guess. They won't have a collider, so it doesn't really matter. Alright. Now you can do Control E individual faces and just pull this out. Now unfortunately I do have to go over and just grab these 2 on their own and then these 2 on their own, but that's fine, it's still better than nothing. Alright, it's not centered, I guess. Might look nice if it was. It almost looks too friendly. I don't know if I like that, but let's go to this for a second. Let's hide these. Smart UV project. Assign it to the world. Size it down. Yeah, it looks way too friendly of a window now. How can I make this look more evil and like, decrepit or something? Let's look up some haunted houses real quick. It just doesn't look funky enough, that's all. Like, these are always just black windows, right? That's really creepy. Yeah, I think, what if we did like a very low styled piece here? That'll stand out a bit. And then we don't make these symmetrical, because I think that was a bit of an issue. So if it was just more like that? But then all the windows would do that, and that would look stupid. So let's hide that for a second. Hello Matt, how you doing today? Let's give it the dark blue feel. Like everything just have this kind of cold blue feel. These are all sort of blue palette pieces. Yeah, they're way too tidy. I agree. Reload. I might even just not keep them. We'll see in a second here. It's interesting. YouTube actually had a feature where I can now have super low delay in my videos, but then it loses the ability to rewind. So I don't know if I would do it. Ooh, it's looking a little bit more evil. Yeah, I'm struggling with this curtain. I would need to create a few of these, make them a prefab, and then place them on manually, which is probably what I'll do. I'll drag this out just a little bit. Okay. Next thing I'm thinking is that this object probably should, not be how it is. So let's just make it thinner on the Y. Pull it up to there. Right, why not? We could even change the shape a little bit. Like if I were to Alt-M this at center. Whoops. Oh, I'm goofing. I'm still goofing, that's not what I wanted. So it's still a platformer. It's still all the code from that Greek goat thing, but I've changed the player to be a little bit more well, easy to work with. Oh wait, I'm goofing again. I guess I should do this one also. Oh yeah, that's much better. Now I'm noticing immediately that this needs to be farther ahead of the curtain pieces, so let's just drag these and this back a bit. I found basically I wanted a character that's easier to work with, something to make a branded kind of feel around, and it'd be really hard to make a whole game with really detailed characters like that goat thing. So I'll show you what we have in a second. I don't mind this window. Let's just unhide this whole building for now. Is there a fake? There is a fake window there. Okay, let's go in here and delete that window real quick. So we have the one window there. I feel like if this was the case, this whole building should then just be like so, right? Like just a darker building. I don't know what I just did. Oh god, what's happening? Okay, we're back to here, that's fine. Save this, let's load it up. Now, let me go to the player, revert these values so it actually looks like what he should be. Okay. So yeah, I made this the new character. Nothing really special, nothing too memorable. Except, you know, he can work well. It's a nice run animation that I really like. Nice, what's it called? Double jump. He gets a nice fall with the squash and stretch. I kind of just wanted to go with a more cartoony low poly feel, but also like not too cartoony. I don't know how to describe that. So that's our window there. I'm noticing that the second material hasn't been set up, so it's not a thing, which is fine. I don't know if I want to make those windows part of this object or a separate thing. And I might just make it part of the object for future reasons that you shall understand, but you won't for now, because I will not explain them. I don't know if it even needs the curtain. Like, I guess I should probably have the red color on it, eh? Give this the curtain texture. Now I'm going to go back to my player and just for testing purposes we make them crazy fast and so he can jump a lot, just so I can easily get over there, because this is the one for the size I want to use. Alright. Yeah, I don't know if that's even necessary. Obviously we have to color the rest of the building, but littering it with these black windows with red curtains. Maybe the curtain could go blue. Maybe that would just look better. Interestingly enough, I just realized I don't actually need this albedo texture for now, because I can just literally change the color. Just something to test. I guess they are separate objects, right? Okay, so let's make a bunch of them real quick. So delete these. Delete these. Hello Samuel. I'm not sure how long I plan streaming till. Listen until I like get tired, I guess. Shift-D. That didn't do it. How do you duplicate things? Control-C, Control-V? Yeah. Is that not fitting now? Nope. Let's space these out nicer, I guess. Interesting. This clearly has some sort of rotation to it. It's weird. Like the actual building itself is, yeah, it's not at 0 degrees. I'm just gonna. That's weird. Whatever. Let's go see how that looks. Oh yeah, blue windows. It looks very different, but I kind of like it. Now obviously we need a few variations so they don't look all the same. Yeah, okay. We'll do that, I guess. So let's hide this. Go to here. We should hide all these objects. I don't know what Jay just did. I think I joined them. Duplicate. I should also name these object, or just not even that. Let's just call it window. Oh my gosh. Window 01. Window 02. I also want to change these to be matching. Okay. What will be the name of this game? I don't really know. Probably it's going to do something to do with this castle manor thing. I haven't really decided on that just yet. What if, for this curtain, we literally made it so it's almost just one curtain? Or what if it literally just was one curtain? Hey, sure. Make a few variations, doesn't matter. I suppose I do need two curtains though. And I guess one can literally have its blind closed, right? I don't know, I'm struggling so hard with this. Remove doubles. So now it's just one piece. There we go, we can just have 3 beautiful separate curtains. Cool. I suppose I should also rename these 2 while I'm at it, but nah. Now I'm going to delete all of these curtains. Oh yeah, there's a lot, eh? The game's gonna be sort of like a Mario game or a Sonic game. You just collect things, go to different worlds. I'm not really working on this full time anymore though, I'm just kind of doing this in my spare time here. I'm working on a website, but I'm kind of avoiding working on a website today. Just not really feeling up to that task. Where are the other windows? There's some up here, there's some right there. There's quite a few windows. Let's have a circle window. I didn't even think of that, but that's fine. Just have one with no curtain, I suppose. That might make sense. And yeah, obviously the building itself isn't done. If you guys are wondering why there's like stuff here and then just random cubes. We got a long ways to go before this is all fleshed out. That's not what I wanted. Let's do window 4. Oh, there you go, easy enough. And then this one doesn't need second material because it no longer exists. Cool. Yeah, I have a website idea that I think would be really cool. So I'm going to make that in a bit. Excuse me, sorry. Didn't even see that burp coming. I'm struggling. What's up these thin windows? But basically what I want to do to this castle, if you guys are wondering, is eventually get to the point where I can say, let's just grab this. Just give it some cool modifications. So right, and then instantly this just looks bizarre. I probably wouldn't give it that front rotation though. I might even make this one more extreme though. That looks a little bit silly, but that's because it doesn't have any loops, which is easily fixable, right? So then if you saw this in Unity, it completely changes the feel. Right, that just looks way more badass. So I'm thinking we could probably get away with not even giving it too much detail. Like, we'll add just a bunch of windows and stuff, but and some basic decals, we can get away with a lot of tricks, which I think will be cool. Right. So I'm not going to do that rotation just yet though, so we leave it how it is. Okay, I'm going to leave these part of the wall. I'm thinking they're just going to have a front. What just happened? Weird. Just make them be black here, so sort of to imitate that it's just dark inside. Hello Lucifer, how you doing today? Is that all of them? Did I only put them in those spots? I think so. And they are unwrapped, okay good. Now, I wanted to actually take the rest of those objects though. Let's hide this for a second. Is that all of them? Yep. Okay. And let's just make this part darker so they really just stand out a little bit. Probably stand out too much, to be honest. Whatever, it's fine, I'm sure. I do need to finish off all these areas though. Like, what's the purpose in all this? It looks so plain without the windows, that's crazy. Do I want to give this a castle roof? Yeah, let's just do that. Yeah, I haven't made a door yet either, eh? We have a bit of stuff to do. Let's let's just copy these. This should make my life a little bit easier. Alright, perfect. But not spaced evenly, but that's okay. Not evenly at all. Like, how is that supposed to match up? I don't know. I guess it's supposed to be here. Let's just redistribute the spacing a little bit. It's a little bit funky. Those are not evenly spaced, but I don't really care. The reason why I don't care is, like I said, this is going to be kind of a wonky looking castle when I'm done with it, so. Actually, I should probably rotate this 180. Somehow get it to fit here that looks somewhat normal. That's not gonna work. Yeah, so basically I went dark to do some client work, to make some money because I was going broke. Why does it seem like it's so much higher, but it's just in more, I see. That needs to be extended quite a bit. I mean, I finished the client work, so now I'm going to stream every now and then, but not as consistently as I used to, because I kind of really enjoy web development now. More so than game dev, probably. Yeah, I'm just going to leave this how it is. Gotta press L so many times. I don't know what one just did there, but okay. Sure. I don't really need those colors either for now, as I'm just... I'm trying to imagine what the rest of this would be, because I haven't really planned out this level. It's not even a level, I guess this world, the overworld. Like, the majority of it will take place in the castle, so I guess it's no real biggie. But as soon as I give it its weird distortions, I won't be able to undo said distortions. Unless I like attach it to like a Bezier curve or something, which is possible. I hadn't thought of that until now. Let's give that a few more loops, so it's just... It's really weird how it handled those loops though. Like, why did that go so low? Not straight across, I don't know. Let's figure it out actually, because that's going to bother me. Weird. Doesn't look like anything changed. Do I want to make... I don't really know how I want to approach these next few steps. Wait, might be nice though is this piece. If I made it like that. Oh, a little bit longer. Still a little bit longer, right? It's gonna stick there, it didn't stick there. It's unique looking, I guess. I suppose. Oh, I fucked up. I gotta check something. I'll just leave this on a nicer view though, so it's only taking me a few seconds. I'll even tab in. Ooh, so fancy. These are all useless to me. Ooh, that hurts too. Hey, hey, hey. You know, you start to model something and then you kind of lose your drive. That's me right now, so you gotta push through this. I'm gonna delete this bigger castle because I know I'm not gonna be using it. So delete this one. This is more appropriate size. Let's go check it out. Is this the tiny version? Yes, it is. I like the silhouette of it though, it's really nice. And this is the tiny version. I think it's great if you want to make a giant. You're basically just flying at this point in this game. Right. And the question is, do I want to add all the extra detail that I was thinking of adding, or not? He looks like a fusion of Jimmy Neutron and Timmy Turner. That's great. I don't mind that. I actually really like this character. Yeah, so at some points you'd like come out here and be able to go into other rooms. But he runs so fast with this, like, obviously I made him run fast, but like, it's kind of hard to even control him like this. I'm debating if this castle is technically, like, at the point where I can now mess up the shape, and then oh yeah, no, I didn't think it was offensive. I actually like that. I think whenever somebody relates my stuff to something that's professional, like those comics, that's a compliment. Or not comics, sorry, but cartoons. Comics, what am I saying? Yeah, I don't know if I need to really add all the extra detail to the castle itself. Like, they can all be separate objects that I put on top afterwards. So yeah, you know what? Fuck it! We're doing it. I'm gonna have a backup castle just in case. So let's just put them over here. We're just gonna call this castle normal. Kadru, I actually believe I streamed making said particles, but I can go over that in the future, sure. This is now Castle Funky, or just Castle. Hello Zippy Zack, how you doing today? Let's also rename this to Castle. Okay, let's make it funky. So I want to start it, most of my transitions to be based on this, because this is sort of the focal point area of said castle. So proportion editing is now on. Affect the whole thing. I wonder what that would look like if it was literally like that. Well, let's just take a peek at it, shall we? Hello Charles, how you doing? Oh god, that looks instantly like a Disney styled thing. And it's not bad actually, but it's not fully there just yet. So now I want to rotate some of it with a little bit of forward tilt, maybe. No forward tilt, that's odd. But that rotation could work. Maybe rotate the other way actually. No, it's too much. I don't like this resize actually. I think it's a little bit silly. It'd be good to be a little bit, maybe. Well, I'm kind of sold on resizing it. I don't know. I might even just like pull this up, pull this down. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. Let's isolate this more. I'm just trying to imagine what the silhouette would look like. I guess I can easily imagine what it would look like here if I made it a silhouette, but who wants to do that? I don't know, I actually really liked that size up that I don't have anymore. Let's try to click these and see if we can get that nice size up again. Is that too much? That might be too much. I will make the interior, yes, but it's going to be separate scenes, so it doesn't actually relate fully to this. This is the small version, that's right. I guess it's good to get a 360 view of it. It almost looks like it's not crazy enough. Like there's a bit of rotation, but it's not as extreme as I want it to be. There's also no collider. Interesting. Oh, that's the backup one, that's why. No, I'm just extremely confused. Was that the backup one? I mean, it definitely looks better than the old one. So yeah, Charles, you can obviously do that. That works very well. But usually for consistency, developers would like to make everything in Blender the same size, so that way they don't have to worry about importing and making it all look like it matches up. So wait, does this one have the box slider? I'm a little bit confused. Can I even get over there? Well, we'll find out. Is this okay? That does have the glider. Let's go see what climbing looks like. Wait, I gotta refresh my jumps. Oh yeah, that's great. Obviously he's moving too fast, but he's got a nice squash and stretch going on. Yeah, this isn't zany looking enough for me. Okay, now I'm going to try doing another thing here. If I add a decimate modifier that triangulates it, what's going to happen? Yay, that's exactly what I wanted. But not. Let's leave it at this much for now. 0.37. Okay, I'm gonna give this a mesh collider so I can actually jump on it as well. That's interesting how like what it did to it all. It made this spiky. It didn't really make it. What the hell? Did not do what I thought it would. That's for sure. Let's make it more detailed. I didn't like that spikiness. What a Hecky? Hakai? I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm glad you think I'm awesome. Sorry for getting your name wrong. That might be too much now. Let's just check. So Tom's asking how many to create a collision box. Right now I'm using a mesh collider, which is obviously not the good way to go, so I won't do that. Eventually I'll just replace it with a bunch of box colliders and manually put all the colliders where I want them to be. Is that rotated too much now? I think it is, because now the only way to see all the detail would have to be to come from this angle, but then it's too squared off. I think we're gonna stick with this. It's not anything special. One sec. Okay guys, I'm actually gonna end my stream here. That was kind of a short one. I do apologize. But I'm just not really feeling the mood to stream right now. I'll fix this so it's scaled down. Good. Do one last check at what we got. Yeah, I think that's really nice. So the next step is going to be to start adding all the flourishes and special things to it. Like windows, drain systems, all that stuff. Brick. I started putting them here and realized I shouldn't. Oh, this got rounded out kind of nicely. That's impressive. Didn't have to do any effort on those. Well, some of them get completely destroyed. But yeah. So I'm probably gonna do that on my own in the spare time. And this castle will be done soon. So thank you guys for watching. Take care, everybody.